What is up, and welcome back to the Wigan Athletic career, where we are just about ready to get things going in the championship. And I'll be honest, if this was the team I had to take into the season, I'm fairly confident we would avoid relegation, but I also would like to be more than just a relegation scrapping team this year. I kind of want to try to finish mid-table, and I think that's also what our board objective is. So if the 45-minute episode of all transfer window business wasn't enough, we got more coming your way. So last episode, we ended with the debate between Bruno Cabral and Sam Curtis. And I do appreciate the one comment that said, go with Curtis. The best value and honestly the better player long-term at right back. That's smart. That is wise. I think everyone can kind of tell that I really wanted to go with Cabral, even though in my head, I knew Sam Curtis was the smarter play. I think I just needed to hear someone say it. So I think we're definitely going to go with Sam Curtis here. Let's go ahead and offer him a contract. Well, we've hit a small snag in the negotiations with Sam Curtis. He wants a release clause. $15.7 million, though, is a lot. We're only paying $6 million for him. I think by the time he gets to that value, it's going to be years down the road, and he'd be up for a new contract anyway. I really don't see a problem with doing this. I don't like release clauses, but this one seems pretty reasonable. I'll go ahead and give it to him. What does he want for a wage? I'm hoping that kind of keeps his wages down, and I was also kind of hoping he'd offer a wage. Well, he's currently making 13.5. I'll start out with 10 and a $70,000 bonus. I'm kind of hoping that he doesn't walk away from this. No, he's good. Okay. The release clause is going to be in the back of my mind for the next 4 years, but at least we got him in the door. So with Curtis plugged in at right back, it's time to address the center back position. We need a starting quality center back. And actually, we only have 3 center backs in the team at the moment with Campbell, Blair, and De Vries down here, the 6'7" Dutch monster. But we could probably use at least the starting center back and then possibly another center back as well, just for depth reasons. I'm not sure we want to go into a long, grueling championship season with only 2 backups. That does not seem smart to me. I had a look around and I found quite a few center backs that piqued my interest, but I've whittled it down to 4. And these 4 all have a little bit something unique about them. So starting off with Salvatore Romeo playing in MLS, DC United. I always search MLS because usually you can find good bargains in that league. Players cost a little bit less. Not Romeo here. Not at all. He costs like $9.8 million to get him. So that's a little bit steep for what we're looking at right now, but he is 6'6" with 88 strength and 78 jumping. With that height would solve all of our problems with balls in the air. The thing about him that worries me is he's not good with the ball at his feet, and we do tend to play out of the back quite a bit with this team. I'm not sure that's his strong suit, but I think that defensively, very, very good, very capable. Again, balls in the air wouldn't be a problem, but the price and maybe a lack of fit in the team worries me somewhat. I found Ronnie Tucker at PSG, an English player, only 17 years old. Nothing terrible about him, honestly. 87 strength is really, really nice. Again, same issue, though, that I have with Romeo. Not good with the ball at his feet. 55 ball control is horrible. And I don't think he'd be a great fit. And nothing really else about him stands out to me that says makes me feel like I need to buy him. So, he'd be an interesting player to pick up, but I'm not sure he'd fit our team very well. Alex Murphy, on the other hand, I really, really like. And I'm pretty sure this is the guy we're going to go with for our starting center back that we're going to scoop up. 6.2 million is a little expensive, but it's nothing crazy. And he's got decent potential. He's 6'2" with 88 jumping, so that solves the ball in the air issue. Strength is a little bit less than what ideal. 79 isn't great, but he does have 77 ball control. Because he can play left back, he is fairly good with the ball at his feet, and I like that a lot. I did notice before I left the team screen, though, that all of the center backs of the team are left-footed, and Alex Murphy is no different. He is also left-footed, so that is slightly worrying, but 4-star weak foot, I think he'll be just fine. And then I found Ethan Webb at Rangers, 19 years old, 6'2". Honestly, nothing about him stands out too much, other than his 60 vision, which is actually quite impressive for a 19-year-old center back. He's better than all of the other center backs that I have listed here. 60 vision is quite impressive, to be honest. His technicals, though, are just kind of meh, but he's young, and I think he does have pretty good potential. What really stood out to me about him is he's worth 3.1 million, which tells me that he does have good potential. He has a release clause of 2.3. That's a really good value, so much so I think he'd be stupid not to scoop him up. So I am slightly worried about the price tag for Alex Murphy because he has a $10.6 million release clause. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to take to get him. His market value is 5.5. Can I just go straight up 6? Let's start with 6 and see what they say. Maybe they'll be willing to do 6. 6.4. Okay, that's decent. I was worried they were going to like ratchet it up to like 8 million or something, and at that point I'm just going to go get Salvatore Romeo from DC United, because I'm going to pay 8, I might as well pay 9 to get a 6'6" monster. But 6.4 is decent. Now we're going to counter that as well. We'll go, will they give me, oh, I started with 6, didn't I? Let's go 6.2. I'm sure they'll do 6.2, right? Yeah, they'll do 6.2. Not a bad price. Contract negotiations, pretty smooth as well. He actually is requested 5.9K per week, which is way down from his current wage. I gotta keep that in mind when I'm offering these players wages. So for some reason, they'll take way less than what they're currently making to move here. Don't know what it is about Wigan, but it just seems to entice them, I guess. I'm not really sure, but let's get rid of the bonus. You know what? I'll bump this up to 6K just because I feel a little bit bad that he's taking such a weird pay cut, and we'll give him an extra 10K in the signing bonus as well, and he's good with that. So there's our new starting center back. Well, the contract negotiations with Ethan Webb, not quite as smooth as the ones for Alex Murphy. He wants an important squad role, which worries me, given that we have a lot of center backs all similarly rated. I can't give them all important squad role. I don't want to go through the morale issues that we had last year in League One. That was a nightmare, and it really hurt us down the stretch. So that is not a good sign to start with. The other thing is he wants 1.3K more per week in wages than Alex Murphy, which also doesn't make a lot of sense. Just something about this isn't adding up, and it just doesn't seem like it's going to be a good fit for Wigan. So you know what? I could probably negotiate the wage down, but the important squad role thing has put me off. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't want those morale issues again, so we're not going to end up getting Ethan Webb. And since we have quite a bit of money right now, I was kind of taking a look at what players were unhappy with their current contracts, and surprisingly, there's only 3. Patrick Campbell, Aiden Baker, and Thilo Asgard. Asgard being 73 rated now, just wants a little bit more money, I would assume. Aiden Baker's only on 3K per week, and he definitely deserves a bigger contract, so I'm sure we can get that one done. And Patrick Campbell, he's on what, 2.3K per week, probably deserves a little bit more money. But the good part about this is that because he's now the lowest rated center back in the team, I'm hoping we can negotiate that squad roll down to rotation. That should solve the morale issues with him. And now that I'm looking at players that are coming up for a contract renewal after next season, so 2 years left on their contract, Sessegnon, Lang, and Humphreys. Asgard was also one of those players, which is why I wanted to get his contract taken care of. But all of these players are kind of in their prime. They don't really have any potential. And I don't think I'm going to do the contracts this season. I think we wait and see where we finish after this year. If I think we have a really good chance at going up next season, then maybe we look to just sell them, because we're going to have to replace them if we get to the Premier League anyway. So I don't think it makes a lot of sense to be doing. The only one I'd be willing to do is Sessegnon, just because a left back, I don't need the highest rated player in the world there. But Lang and Humphreys, not going to be getting it done in the Premier League. So with all of those moves, I think this team is finally set to start the season. And this is what we're going to go with against, I think we have Sheffield Wednesday. Nope, we have Preston North End. Don't know why I thought it was Sheffield Wednesday. It's definitely Preston North End as our first game away. We are going to go with Humphreys up top. I know, weird that we brought in Casimir and he's our highest earner and he's not going to start. But Humphreys had the best preseason out of anyone. It would be a disservice to him not to start him. At least we're going to see what he can do in the championship to get things started with. Then we're going to go with the same 3, Baker, Asgard, and Lang in there behind him. Cook should get his position change after this first game. Then we'll see what his rating is and we'll see where we're at after that. We're going to go with Watt and Roberts in the CDM positions. I'm aware that Hinshelwood is one of the top earners in the team. He will get his chance, but I am going to go with Watt to start out with. Across the back line, we got Sessegnon, Blair, Murphy, and Curtis, the two new Irishmen in there in that defensive four, and then Almeida in between the sticks. No more tickle between the sticks, which I didn't realize was such a weird sentence when I said it before. On the bench, we have Casimir, Pert Harris, Jabril Cook, Abate, Tickle. For the moment, we're still working out a loan deal for him potentially for the season. DeVries and Hinshelwood, and in the reserves, a lot of pretty young players that don't see much playing time or are new to the team this year, but they might get some playing time here or there. I'm pretty happy with the depth at the moment. I mean, we have like 26 or 27 players in the first team at this point. I think we're doing all right. And you know what the most impressive part is? Everyone in the starting 11 for this first game, with the exception of Asgard from Norway, Roberts from the US, and Almeida from Brazil, every other player is from either England, Scotland, or Ireland. So I've stuck with the UK theming pretty darn well so far. I'm fairly impressed with that. All right, without further ado, first game of the season away at Preston North End. Curtis inside for Asgard. Look at all the space for Asgard. You know he's going to take that space. Plays it over here for Elliot Watt. Watt has a shot. Elliot Watt. What a finish from Elliot Watt. I honestly don't remember him scoring a goal for us in League One, but hey, maybe the championship is his level. He's got our first goal of the season. Asgard. Nice run inside by Thilo. Not Thilo. I was going to call him Thilo Baker, but it's Thilo Asgard. There's a nice ball in there for Callum Lang. Oh, the team is still so good. I don't even know why Callum Lang was up top right there. That made no sense at all whatsoever, but he was in the perfect position. Asgard found him. It's 2-0, and we scored like 2 goals in 2 minutes. This team is just ridiculous. Here comes Asgard again. Not what you want to see if you're Preston North End, already down by 2. It's Thilo Asgard running at your defense. He finds it to Stephen Humphreys. Humphreys turns. He's got the Travella trait, and sometimes he does it at really stupid times. Like that one, I just wanted him to get it onto his right foot and smash it near post. He tried to Travella it far post. It's something about him just doesn't work. All fizzed in for Humphreys. Humphreys goes over the top for Aiden Baker. This team is disgusting. I thought we were legitimately going to struggle at some point. Well, I mean, I'm going to say it. I thought we were going to struggle initially in the championship. We're dismantling Preston North End. Like, this is an absolute ass whooping. Oh no, Sessegnon whiffed on a tackle so bad. Cut back Paul, that's not good. That was a nice shot. I don't think Almeida's doing anything about that one. There's a goal back for Preston North End. It's 3-1. Very, very sloppy play from us. That was just unnecessary. And on the hour mark, right after that goal, we're going to go ahead and sub on Casimir, Cook, and Hinshelwood, our 3 new kind of star players. Just to not, I mean, I'm not trying to rub salt in the wound here, but, you know, I kind of want to see what they can do. So if this score ends up getting out of hand, I do apologize to Preston North End. Cook inside, beautiful stuff. Let's go back for Jabril Cook. Cook cutting it in. That is disgusting. It's exquisite and disgusting at the same time. I think that's Aiden Baker. It is for his second. Cook with the assist. Ooh, this team is talented. This team is actually kind of scary. Over here for Cook. Cook, nice play that. No one was really making the right run there. That's a great turnover though. I did not. Oh, okay. Well, that works. I mean, we're just destroying Preston at the end of this game. Jabril Cook gets a goal on his debut. It's beautiful. It is. It's just fantastic stuff. Did not mean to do a power shot there. I'm glad it worked out in the end. Oh, Sessegnon got turned again. It's the second time this game he's made a real. Oh my goodness. What ball? Oh, DeVries, look at the size of DeVries. His legs are so long. And there goes Casemiro in behind. Oh, he's offside. I think he is offside. I thought that might have been the final whistle. Oh, that's unfortunate. How is he offside? He's still on his own. He's not even over the halfway line. There's no way he could have been offside. Oh, that's a great. That was well timed. Casemiro's definitely onside this time. Here comes Casemiro for a goal in his debut. Top bins. 6-1 to Wigan. Okay. Now the comments I hear about changing the difficulty. I see you. Maybe we need to take a look at that. Oh, no. Oh, it's still on. It's still on. Is Casemiro onside? Is Casemiro onside? Oh, God, he was. It's 7-1. Okay, we're changing the difficulty. Now it's settled. We just literally scored it straight from kickoff from our last goal. Casemiro all of a sudden has 2. That shot was ridiculous. What in the world is going on? Oh, Preston. Gonna get a little consolation goal. Oh, wow, they did that. The finish from there was weird. Almeida, I would expect to do a little bit better. I think the dude mishit it so bad. You can't seriously be celebrating in the camera down 7. Now 7-2. I think the shot was actually so bad that it like bounced over Almeida, which it happens. There's the final whistle straight from kickoff. 7-2 in our first game. I would say that both of the goals they scored came down the right side, which is where Sessegnon plays. Not a good game from him, but I think that would be the only player I could possibly pick out that had a subpar game. When you score 7 goals in the first game of the season, not a lot you can complain about. Well, Humphries seems pleased by his performance in that first game, but given that Casemiro came on and scored 2 goals, doesn't look good for Humphries at the moment. I don't know how many starts he's really going to get this season. I'll try to play him here and there against maybe some of the weaker teams, but I think it's going to be Casemiro's show from here on out. We have an offer in for Thilo Asgard. It's from Braga for 5.4 million, which is not bad, but I kind of like Thilo Asgard, and he has a little bit of potential to the point where if he can get to like 75 overall, I feel like he could just stick with us even into the Premier League. He could be a decent squad player for us. And given that his value isn't crazy, we're not going to get a great offer for him. I really have no incentive to sell him. So at this point, he's pretty much untouchable unless someone comes in with like a $10 million offer, which I doubt is going to happen. As for Sam Tickle, Bochum have agreed to a 1-year loan move for him. We're still negotiating with Metz on a possible 2-year loan, but honestly, a 1-year loan is fine with me. So we'll go ahead and accept this offer from Bochum. We'll see if Tickle can figure out if he wants to go there on loan or not, because honestly, he's not going to play much for us. Maybe in some cup games, but that's about it. And as I mentioned earlier, Jabril Cook, his position change is finally ready to go. So he's currently 71. Let's switch him to a center attacking mid and see what his overall goes up to. 74. Not too shabby. I thought it might go to 75, maybe even 76. But 74, perfectly acceptable. That makes him now the highest. That makes him the highest rated center attacking mid. I was thinking that was a great thing. That gives us a really hard choice, doesn't it? Because honestly, Callum Lang played phenomenal in that first game. Aiden Baker scored 2 goals. And Asgard is probably our most consistent player in that position. Who do we drop? And we might not be done with our roster moves this transfer window. We have some players that are unhappy now. And given what we went through with the morale monster last year, I just want to nip it in the bud and be done with it early in this season, not have to worry about it anymore. But we have Patrick Campbell, who's unhappy. I think mostly because of player performance. We had a rough preseason. We didn't actually win a game in the preseason. We drew 2 and lost 1. It wasn't terrible, but some players did have a really, really rough showing. Campbell was one of those. I'm hoping he just gets over it. I have him loan listed for now just to see what offers we get in. I'm hoping we don't have to make a move there and he stays with us. Sam Tickle also unhappy, but he will be going out on loan. He just has to pick where he wants to play next season. Sean Clare, who's literally the last player on the roster at this point. He's only around because just as an emergency center back / right back option. He's mad about playing time and contract. Got bad news for him. He's not going to get either of those. So I'm probably ended up just going to release him because I just don't want the headache. Same with Nathaniel Ford. Don't need him. Don't need the headache. Gonna release him as well. Sutton is still only 19 years old, but he doesn't have a lot of potential. I have him loan listed. We'll see what happens. If we get an offer in and I can loan him out before the end of the window, great. If not, might just release him, to be honest. Actually, what is he worth? He's worth 1.7 million. Surely somebody somewhere, some MLS team could use Dominic Sutton. They've got him. I don't know. We'll see what happens with him. And the rest of the team is actually okay. So just those players that we have to try to figure out. And I think it's mostly going to be Claire, Ford, and Sutton. So we'll see what happens. And I actually don't know why I'm waiting here. I'm actually just going to straight up release Sean Clare, get him off the team. 76K, worth to get him out of here. Same with Nathaniel Ford. Release player, how much is that going to cost me? 98K, worth it. I'm telling you, I will pay anything to not have to go through the morale issues I went through last year. I just want it to be over with. And as far as emergency center back options go, we do have Michael Powell in the Youth Academy, who is 17 and is 62 rated with phenomenal potential. If I really need a center back for some reason, I could always call him up. But for now, he is just going to chill in the Youth Academy. Someone I forgot I was going to call up and loan out was Tong Hyun Lee, a goalkeeper with also really, really good potential. Probably the goalkeeper of the future for this team. He is 18. I need to get him called up and loaned out like now before the transfer window closes. We have a transfer offer in for Callum Lang from Norwich for 2.7 million. Yeah, I'm contemplating it. I just shouldn't be. I mean, I should be, or I shouldn't be. I don't even know. I don't know what to do. We have too many center attacking mids now with Jabril Cook, now 74 rated, and Callum Lang is the one that doesn't have any potential. He's the lowest rated on the team. He does kind of play above that 71 overall, though. I think you've seen that. He plays very, very well. And he's the captain. I probably should sell him. I don't know. Let me know what to do. We're only going to play one more game, and it's actually tomorrow in game. So we'll play that game. That'll be the end of the episode. Let me know what you think we should do with Callum Lang. Keep him or sell him or wait and sell him. I'm kind of in the favor of waiting and selling him. Maybe January, maybe next offseason. I'm not really sure. I just don't want to sell him right now. All right, Patrick Campbell is more hot and cold than Katy Perry. I don't know what's going on with this dude. I put him on the loan list because he was unhappy. He said he hasn't been enjoying his football here. He's glad that I'm thinking about loaning him out. Literally the next day, he comes back and says, I know that eventually you're going to be looking for a new center back. I think I could do a job in that position. He wants to go. He doesn't want to go. He's hot. He's cold. He's up. He's down. I don't know what's going on with this dude. He's trying to piss me off. I'm just going to get rid of him because, again, I just don't want the morale headache. And I feel like he might be the center of all of it at this point. For our first home game of the season, we have Southampton. Not an easy first home game for us. I also haven't adjusted the difficulty yet. I'm going to do that between episodes. I don't want to just switch it in the middle of the video. So we'll play Southampton as things are. In between episodes, I'll adjust the difficulty. But even so, I think this might be a little bit more difficult than Preston was. Freaking space up here. Look at Casemir. Look at, oh, he tried. Why do I keep doing the power shot thing? That's 100% my fault. He had the window. He had the shot. I blew it. That's my fault. We could have been up 1-0 already. Callum Lang coming forward. Look at Casemir run. He does all of the things. Look at him go. He just does everything that I wish Humphrey would do and is capable of, but he refuses to do it. Casimir's not going anywhere. He is absolutely the starting striker on this team. Humphreys can, okay, I'm not going to be disrespectful to Humphreys. He got us to the championship, to be fair. But damn, Casemir is so much better. Tackle, Callum Lang. So I'm saying, but he just kind of outplays. Oh, that's a great flick on from Casemir. Why do we keep hitting these shots on the half volley? Control, then shoot. We should be up like 3-0 already on Southampton. Oh boy, Southampton. Oh my goodness. Sulemana is so fast. Look at him go. That's gonna. Oh, he hit the post. Oh my goodness, okay, a little bit of a panic, They're just gonna score from this. Almeida with a save. Oh my God, that was chaos at the back. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Smallbone coming forward. That name caught me off guard, I'm not gonna lie. If I get scored on now, because I'm laughing at the name Smallbone. Oh, Sessegnon comes up big there. Get that ball up to Casemir. I was laughing too hard at Smallbone. I'm so sorry. That was so disrespectful, but it was too funny. We actually have a counterattack. It's Elliot Watt. He's coming forward. He's got the step. Elliot Watt! Would have been a lot to ask to score 2 goals in 2 games for a dude that does not score very often. I'll tell you what, we put Is that his name? That is his name, right? I can't remember my own player's name. We put him in that spot with his 72 finishing. He's going to score like 40 goals a game. Not a lot of time left before halftime. We got a corner. This is kind of the better. We're better from this side on corners. And Elliott Watt delivers. There's a man wide open. Just completely unmarked. I don't even know who it was. I believe it's a center back. Who is it? I don't know who number 15. I'm not sure who the new squad numbers are for the new players. Is he going to celebrate? He is. We're not going to get a camera. Somebody has scored a goal. Who is 15? Who is that? It's Sam Curtis, the right back. Hey, sometimes it pays having a 6'1" right back that also can play center back and is good in the air. See, Cabral wouldn't have scored that. See, +1 for whoever said to buy Sam Curtis. It was the right move. Forced error there, beautiful. And up for Cook, love that. Cabral Cook, play it in behind. For Callum Lang. Callum Lang took 2.5 business days to get the pass off because Casimir was waiting to tap it in. The play was on and he just flat missed him. And now Southampton are coming the other way and it's Suleiman up the wing. We got DeVries back there though. Look at the size of DeVries. He's so big. His legs are so long you literally can't pass the ball by him. He's ridiculous. Casimir is just by himself though in behind. Here comes Casimir. And he accidentally, that was my fault. That 100% my fault. I double tapped the shoot button. Should never have happened. It was pure accident. Elliott Watt coming forward. Callum Lang pulls it back. 1-2 was sort of on. Lang. Oh, that's a good save from the keeper. We didn't deserve to score that. That was an absolute shit show in the 18-yard box. Everybody fell over everyone, and Callum Lang stood up and just had the ball suddenly. We didn't deserve that goal, but I was going to take it. That should be, ref. We're a minute over the stoppage time. There we go. That is the final whistle. 2-0 against Southampton. They are definitely one of the better teams in this league. They just play different than Preston. I mean, you could just tell that they're a better team overall. Those are the teams that, once we adjust the difficulty, we're probably not going to beat. They are quite good. And after that match, Casimir just wants to let me know that he's happy to play striker if that's part of the game plan, and believe me, it is. So, after back-to-back man of the matches from him in the striker position, it's safe to say he's not going anywhere. We have an offer in from Middlesbrough for Dominic Sutton. It's a loan-to-buy offer. Normally, I don't like these. I'd rather just either loan them or sell them, but technically, I'm okay doing this one. I just don't really care about Dominic Sutton at this point. It sounds bad, I know, but he just doesn't fit the team. I could loan him, I could sell him. Either way, I'm fine doing it. So we're going to do the loan to buy option. They've offered 1.7 million, which I believe is exactly what his value is. Let's be honest, we want a new transfer fee. Let's just go, let's go 2 million. If they go 2 million, then I'm pretty happy with it. Even honestly, if they go 1.7 million, I'm pretty happy with it. So, you know what, 2 million, we're good there. So if Dominic Sutton wants to play this year, he will move to Middlesbrough. Also, still haven't done anything with the Callum Lang offer from Norwich. After 2 games, especially after that Southampton game, he really is kind of showing his value. He's very good. He plays far better than that 71 rating, and I don't know if I put anyone else over there that's currently in the team, either Baker, Asgard, or Cook, if they'll play the same way and with the same effectiveness that Callum Lang does. I'm leaning towards, for that reason, just selling him at all this season. But again, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. What should we do with Callum Lang? So after 2 games played in the championship, we sit top on goal difference. I mean, starting the season off with a 7-2 win will do that for you. So it's not that big of a surprise. 3 other teams have won both of their first 2 games, Leicester, Cardiff, and Hull. I would imagine, given everything that's going to start to kind of go against us, we should start to drop some points here and there. We're starting the EFL, I think the League Cup next episode against Fleetwood Town. We're going to be switching up the formation, or not the formation, we're switching up the difficulty, making it a little bit harder. And just the sheer fixture congestion in this league will test our depth. If we get some injuries, we could definitely drop points. That's a definite possibility. But who's to say, maybe we stay healthy. We built a really good team and we end up finishing in a playoff spot. We might be in the Premier League next year. That would be a bit of a nightmare because I don't think we're ready, but who's to say? We're 2 games in. who knows? We got to play the season out and see how it goes. So that's it for this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you when we come back for some more Wigan Athletic career.